What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be telling y'all how life is like as a hybrid athlete from my personal experience. All right, and if any of y'all, which there might be some of you guys that have questions about like the athletic life, like any athletic life, even if it's as simple and as basic, classic as a sports athlete, like soccer or basketball. But today, this is about what it's like to be a hybrid athlete. If you guys are unfamiliar with what a hybrid athlete is, it's someone that does calisthenics and mixes up all these sorts of exercises. All right, that does weightlifting, uses weights, like does all that, running, swimming. But to me personally, I don't know how to swim, but I don't know how to swim yet. But I might get there. I might give it a shot actually. And this might be obvious, but to be a hybrid athlete, to pretty much be any athlete, if you really want to strive and not let comforts get into your way, even when you don't feel like it, you have to have self-discipline. And me personally, have a lot of that to actually, you basically have to in any career, like in daily life, you need a certain amount of self-discipline, even if it's a little bit. We all need self-discipline. It's what life is about. It's basically required. Like, for example, you don't feel like getting up in the morning to go to your job, to work. You don't feel like it. What gets you there, huh? Self-discipline. You have to discipline yourself to get yourself out of bed, because you know what you have to do, because there will be consequences. Kind of the same thing with being a hybrid athlete, because if I decide I don't feel like doing what I know I need to do to actually like stay fit and not lose muscle mass or progress, all the work, all the progress that I have made would basically be all for nothing. It would just be a waste. And you don't want to be that type of person to like work hard at something just to fall off and never do again, because that was basically just a waste of your life, and you will start having regrets afterwards, and that's just not good. And I'm not one that's a hypocrite, because I remember a whole bunch of countless times where I have felt like not working out today, not feel like jumping to the grind early in the morning, not wanting to do my bed, which is what I'm actually doing every morning now. Trust me, self-discipline will get you places, for real. It already has, like such as in arm wrestling, which I'm not even really doing that as a sport, but it definitely impressed a lot of people. And did I have losses? Yes. Am I flexing on you guys? No. That's not what I'm saying. And trust me, there was a whole bunch of times, like a whole bunch of times, even today, and I still had the discipline to keep going and push myself, which you will have no regrets doing. And I'm not even saying I'm perfect either. Far from that, actually. I don't even got perfect discipline. And I do know that a lot of people, such as probably you guys, if you guys even know what a hybrid athlete is, hybrid athlete, you think in your mind that they're this perfect going, flawless athlete that always runs, always pushes forward, that doesn't have any off days, that always thrives. That's not the case, because there is days, even for me, there are days that I don't have the same intensity as the workout I did like yesterday or the day before. And I bet why a lot of people think this is because hybrid athletes athletes in general make it look easy. But in reality, the way they started off to get themselves there wasn't easy at all. Like, that might be the hardest part of becoming something big or athletic like that, is actually trying to start off. Because even when you come from a state of laziness and you don't feel like having that self-discipline at all, but somehow out of nowhere you decide to have that self-discipline, and you end up practicing that self-discipline daily, and it actually gets you somewhere, and it's worth it, trust me. Now, what it's like to actually be a hybrid athlete. Like I already said a whole bunch of times during this video, a bunch of self-discipline, okay? But it starts becoming your identity, and you start stressing over which workouts and you can become perfectionist. But if that's not personally you might not try to be a perfectionist, but there's a high chance when that starts becoming your identity and your ego, and that's not necessarily good. What I come to realize is being a hybrid athlete is not a 24/7 job, it's a training style. And when you start having a hybrid consistency in your daily life, you start feeling like the day wasn't a waste anymore, because you're actually doing work into your day, which is exactly what you should do. And also to address, it's been 4 months since I've been a hybrid athlete, and I'm not the type of hybrid athlete that just does a whole bunch of workouts during the day, right? But sometimes, even though I admit this, maybe, just maybe, who knows, my self-discipline could be better, and I could be more consistent. There could always be ways to improve, but once you have that real self-discipline, it will start becoming easier, and you'll get to where you want to be even faster. And when you really start taking the career you're trying to thrive in life, trying to be really seriously, you do more than just the action and what you do for the career, but you also do a little bit more extra things, like studying that career to get the right education for it. So you're not just like working harder, but you're training smart as well, which is something I tended to do for about like 2 months ago. I was overtraining, and yeah, what I come to realize is that's not good. And also, based on what I'm about to tell you, is actual proof that the famous phrase that people say sometimes, that is, think smarter, don't work harder, something like that, that is absolutely true. Because you also gotta know what you're doing. And as a hybrid athlete, you don't have to keep going to the same exercise for like a whole year to stay qualified as a hybrid athlete, but mixing together exercises. Perhaps if you're kind of like a beginner, kind of like me, you start trying new exercises for different muscle groups and for strength development, and that certain part you never really trained. Also, word of advice for me, don't avoid things you know you don't like doing, you know that you probably don't see your future see your future self doing, because it could get you places you never thought you could be before, and it could get you further than you ever thought yourself could be. Because me personally, did I always start out like it to work out, and did I even see myself doing this in the future? I absolutely did not. I actually hated it, even though I really never had the discipline to try it on my own. But I was presented to working out when I didn't want to. Now, just look where I am. I know I might not have gotten very far yet, but I have made a lot of progress, and I'm able to do things I know my past self could have never done, such as calisthenic skills. And if it wasn't for my own motivation and own self-discipline, I wouldn't be able to do this. Okay, you get the point. Still working on it. And a lot of you guys might be thinking, what even got me here in the first place? Like, what was the beginning of it all? Well, like I told you before, I was presented to working out when I didn't even want to do it. So don't purposely avoid things you think you won't like doing, when it could be a great opportunity for you to get somewhere that you never thought you could be, something even more cool than what you actually like doing. So what I'm basically saying is, don't shut the door on every opportunity you have in life, because it could lead you to something greater. And also, you think you don't like to do this certain thing, that you'll never do it in the future. But you think that. You don't know for sure until you try to have the self-discipline to try it out yourself. And you never know where it could lead you. And once you're finally pursuing self-discipline for a whole lifestyle change that you are trying to pursue and to do for the rest of your life, it's not going to feel like the same life you were living in before. It's going to feel different, but you just need to let yourself adjust. And also, when you ever do feel like falling off, just remind yourself, what would all this hard work I've put into this career, or what I've been doing for, if I'm just going to be lazy and not pursue it anymore, just quit, just give up? Why? It would just be a waste of time, and you don't want to do that. You gotta keep going. It's your own commitment with your career that you're trying to pursue for the future, what you really want to do with the rest of your life. But even if the career is not being any athlete or working out, self-discipline is still required. Just like when you don't feel like getting up to go to work in the morning, but you do it anyway. Trust me. And me, a lot of the times, I don't even feel like getting up, because I have a plan in the morning, every morning, of doing some type of little workout in the morning. And sometimes I don't even feel like doing it, to where I'm half awake and I'm half asleep in my bed. Wow, it's already daytime already, and I'm I don't feel like getting up, but somehow, it's crazy how humans could even have the self-discipline to do this. I always make my way. I always make a breakthrough, and I always have the self-discipline to do what I was planning on doing anyways. And even when like you're taking a break off, you might, because I forget too, you might forget that self-discipline is required in what you're trying to pursue, because I sure do forget a lot of the times, because like you might have confidence because of your identity and you're thinking of your past wins, like having that confidence. I can definitely do this. This is going to be easy. Like, so easy. I got this. But once you actually start doing it, you start remembering, I forgot how this wasn't necessarily easy. Self-discipline. I have to have that. Because now that I'm actually trying to do it, I don't feel like doing it anymore. Like, it's uncomfortable. Which, like, having self-discipline and trying to pursue something, even if it's you getting up to go to work in the morning, doing what you have to do, is not supposed to be comfortable. And once you do start having self-discipline, you carry that in your mind daily, and you actually start maturing, and you're able to have more self-control when it comes to real life conflicts or situations. And you tend to start thinking first, is it worth it getting mad at the situation? And you start thinking of the outcome of it if you do overreact in anger, not in logic. Because also what I come to realize is you can control yourself. You can control your emotions, especially when you carry the power of discipline in your day-to-day life. Because if it comes down to, if you can control yourself with self-discipline, when you are feeling tired, when you are feeling like not doing something, you can absolutely control the power of anger. You could not let it affect you. So this is basically a lot of the pros of being a hybrid athlete. Now let's get to the parts that are not the pros, alright? Let's get to the parts where it's not necessarily rainbows and butterflies. You have to stay committed for the rest of your life if you've already made progress with your training as a hybrid athlete, like muscle mass, because there are consequences if you fall off, just like there are consequences when you don't show up to work when you know you should and you don't have any real excuse. Oh, I didn't feel like it. You're going to be fired. You're going to be fired. Hate to break it to you, but you're going to be fired. And the consequences are losing progress, losing muscle mass. If you don't eat well, eat what you know is good protein and good calories, all that good stuff, and just completely stop working out for 2 to 3 weeks, then you will face the consequences of losing progress and losing strength. And I've researched this too, so I know. I do a lot of research, more than I do studying. I admit that I'm getting into the studying part now, which I need to develop, like that self-discipline and that habit of studying for, this hybrid athlete thing. Because I do train more than that, probably, but Yeah, let's just okay, let's get back to the topic. Like I was talking about the consequences, like falling off to with your career, especially if it's a career where a lot of people look up to you, and you decide you don't want to do it anymore. You not necessarily don't want to do it anymore. You just fall into comfort and let comfort dig you into a hole that will be hard to get out of, because a lot of people are going to be like, hey, wasn't that the girl? Wasn't that the guy? Wasn't that the man? Wasn't that the woman that did blank, 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 and now does nothing, nothing, nothing? What happened? You don't want to be known as that, do you? So that's also something that kind of another thing that kind of pushes me to keep going, about how my teacher at school, or how like just students are going to react if I do end up falling off and just don't work out anymore, what they're going to say. And it's just, yeah, I don't want that title, because I always think about, like I said, I always think about, if I fall off, what was all the work for? I did it all for nothing. So now I have to stay committed. I already pushed past it so far. In fact, for about 3 to 4 whole months, I have been, and I admit it, like everybody else. Everybody else is imperfect. We all have flaws, okay? Us as humans could still have room to improve. I've actually kind of started off overtraining for 3 to 4 whole months straight. And I'm talking day and night, push-ups, sit-ups, and that led to symptoms like sore throat and dizziness while doing push-ups sometimes, right, when you're really pushing through it. And also, you start exhausting yourself. You start exhausting your nervous system and the parts of your brain that helps you to think before acting. So it's hard to control like anger, and you start expressing anger more, and you become like irritated more, and you start thinking whack, man, like almost like you're on drugs, right? Like you're high, which I don't do drugs, I don't do alcohol, I don't do any of that. It's just something that happens when you overwork your nervous system, which is something I definitely did. And you start saying things that are bad, that you think are cool, not really thinking straight, like things that violence is not as bad, which, because of that, it had led me to do things that I should have never done, that I know that is not me, not truly me. So just don't push yourself too hard. And yes, and this might sound unbelievable, like there's no way that for 3 whole months he trained night and day. And actually, yes, I did. I had that insane self-discipline. And also, I'm 16 years old, even though I'm kind of about to be 17 like in 3 months, but I'm still very young. So if you're older than me, like if I had that self-discipline, and if I could do it, you could do it. If I could have the self-discipline to do what I'm doing, you could have the self-discipline yourself to pursue what career you want. But starting off is like the biggest challenge, and it hits even harder once you come from a state of laziness, because basically you trained your brain to live in a pattern of laziness and productiveness. But once you train your brain to be like productive, have self-discipline, stuff like that, it becomes a habit. And I know this for a fact because I remember the time, man, this was hard for me to do. This was like the first time this year I have not did any workout in the morning, like at all. And I restricted myself from doing push-ups because I was doing research with like an AI, ChatGPT, and how like I talk to it like that to get a whole bunch of information because I want that education because I take this hybrid athlete thing very seriously. And I came to an agreement that it wouldn't be a bad idea to take about 5 days off of the grind completely. Not because I wanted to, not because I was being lazy, but because I felt like I had to based off of what like was going on with all these symptoms and stuff like that, overtraining and hitting fatigue a whole bunch of times, and it was hard for me and it didn't feel right just waking up, and usually almost immediately I would do a workout in the morning, but this time I didn't, and that was really different and struggle for me because it became a habit. That's what happens when you train your brain to be productive and to being stuck in a pattern of laziness. It comes naturally. Just like how I said, this is what I'm talking about. I felt like doing push-ups. I kind of wanted to do push-ups. I didn't want to not work out during that morning, but I ended up having the self-discipline to restrict myself, even though it was pretty hard for me personally because I like to get that work done in the morning. But this time I knew what I had to do, like and I guess that kind of affected my mood too that day. Like, today feels so off, man. Ugh. Yeah, I probably do like push-ups more than any other exercise probably, which for a lot of people it'd be the complete opposites. Like if you're starting off like trying to work out for once in your life and you like you get the schedule of what exercises to do based off of AI or whatever, and you're like, okay, planks, okay, leg lifts, okay, push-ups, I think I'm gonna skip those. I don't like push-ups. I do not like push-ups. I do, okay, because honestly, I've been doing more push-ups than any other exercise for about 4 months, to be honest. Which is not thinking smarter, that's like working harder, kind of. So yeah, so this is basically my life now, and you're probably thinking, being a hybrid athlete sounds exhausting. Well, trust me, it is. But definitely worth it. And I might make a second part of this YouTube video, a part 2 of this. Hopefully I do. And actually, I kind of had the self-discipline to even make this video as well. Because even during this making of this video, I felt like not wanting to pursue it right now. But I know that I have a YouTube channel and I probably need to post more, to be honest, like do something with it. Even though YouTube is not really my career right now, because it's obviously most likely being a hybrid athlete, right? But we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes with enough self-discipline. know this video was about how it's like being a hybrid athlete, and I'm over here talking a whole bunch about self-discipline, but really, that's really what it takes in this career as a hybrid athlete, and any career. Even if, and self-discipline is not always the same level. It could be different levels based off of what career. And for the career as such as being a hybrid athlete, that level of self-discipline could be a lot. Yeah. So hopefully you guys have learned something and have a great rest of your day. So yeah, thought I just might bring this up since I don't actually have a real audience, just got viewers, I guess. So yeah, have a good rest of your day. Keep grinding.